Dear Chair Nose, Vice Chairs, Goodwin and Nelson, and members of the committee. My name is Camille Kiefel, and we can all agree that conversion therapy that uses physical and emotional abuse is wrong. But what happens if you believe you're transgender because of trauma? What becomes a concern is the idea that any sort of exploration into trauma would be considered transphobic. I've come here today to share my story in hopes of preventing it from happening to others. In 6th grade, my best friend had been raped by her brother. I started to dress more masculine. Around 2010, I was presented with the idea that I could be non-binary in college. In 2016, I saw a therapist who affirmed my non-binary gender identity. In 2020, I saw 2 mental health professionals who signed off on a non-binary double mastectomy. What I needed was a therapist to tell me that there is no biological equivalent to a non-binary identity. What I needed was somebody to explore the discomfort with my breasts in relation to trauma, not to have them removed. I now live every day with a mutilated body because therapists affirmed my delusion. The reality is that therapists are working with an ideology that does not allow them to question gender identity, fearing that they'll be viewed as transphobic and engaging in conversion therapy. I've had 2 different therapists tell me, being gay is not a form of mental illness. Therefore, being non-binary is also not a form of mental illness. You must be non-binary. There's no biological equivalent to the non-binary gender in the human species. These therapists are not looking into disassociation from the body due to trauma. They're not thinking about this critically. I ask that you please don't pass the bill. Thank you for hearing what I have to say. I know you'll make the right decision.
Camille, thank you for your testimony. Who'd like to go next?